What's up, legends? Benchmark Bets is back, and today I'm going to take you through my best bets, as well as all my leans, in today's NBA slate. So buckle up, I've done the homework, let's hit these and stack these wins. Before we go through the picks, let's do a quick recap on our last NBA video. We went 1-1 with one void. So Armin Thompson over 17.5 points, cashing with ease. Then Nikola Jokic over 10.5 assists. Looked like a good read, but with Jamal Murray taking a lot of the assists, Jokic didn't have as many potential assists as he usually does. And then our final pick was Jaylen Brown over 6.5 rebounds, which unfortunately got voided due to him being out. So for the season, we are up 2.08 units with a 55.71% win rate and a 2.74% ROI. If you want to try out premium for yourself, you can do so, starting at $7.99 per week. You'll get all the picks from myself, as well as 6 other cappers, so it's a great time to join, especially with AFL and NRL kicking off, and Formula 1 starting this Sunday. The links for premium are in the description below. And for all my picks, I use PropsMadness, the best tool out there for player prop analysis. I use it daily, and if you want to improve your betting, you should be using it too. The link in the description down below will get you a nice discount on your first month. Alright, let's get into these picks. So, for the first game of the day between the Mavs and the Celtics, I have 2 picks that I'm liking here. And the first one is Jaylen Brown over 6.5 rebounds. So for the season, he's over the line in 35 out of 55 games, averaging 7.2 rebounds per game. The Mavs all season have been giving up rebounds like crazy. They allow the 7th most amount of rebounds to his position, the 4th most overall, the 3rd most offensive rebounds, and also the 5th most defensive rebounds. In games where he has a weak matchup for rebounds allowed, he's over this line in 11 out of 19 games, averaging 6.8 rebounds per game. He's also versed the Mavs once a season, grabbing 11 rebounds from 13 rebound chances. The only concern here is that Tatum is back, which could eat into some of his rebounds. That's why I'm making this one a nice strong lean of mine rather than an official play. Then for the second pick, I'm liking Neemias Queta over 8.5 points. So for the season, he's over this line in 34 out of 58 games, averaging 9.9 points. So once again, the Mavs all season have been leaking points in the paint, where they give up the 4th most amount of points. So in games where he has a weak matchup for points in the paint allowed, he is over this line in 11 out of 24 games, averaging 9.8 points. A lot of his scoring does come from putback points. So when you also filter in weak matchups for putback, he is over this line in 8 out of 13 games, averaging 10.6 points. Again, with Tatum being back, this one is more of a strong lean compared to an official play. But Neemias Queta should go over 8.5 points pretty easily. Then in the next game of the slate, between the Heat and the Hornets, I have 2 more picks here. So the first one is LaMelo Ball over 18.5 points. So for the season, he's only over the line in 24 out of 53 games, averaging 19.2 points from 16.9 field goal attempts. But over his last 10 games, he has seen an increase in his field goal attempts, going up to 17.9. So when you look at games where he's had at least 16 field goal attempts for the season, he is over the line in 20 out of 32 games, averaging 22.1 points. As you can see from the shooting zones, the Heat allow the 9th most amount of points from the above the break. So when he has a weak matchup for 3-point attempts allowed, and with his field goal set at 16 or above, he is over the line in 7 out of 8 games, averaging 27.1 points. This play is mainly dependent on if he gets his shot volume, so if he doesn't get his attempts, this could fall short. However, he has versed the Heat once this season already, scoring 20 points from 18 field goal attempts. So I can see a very similar output here for LaMelo Ball today. So LaMelo Ball over 18.5 points is another strong lean of mine. Then for the second pick is Bam Adebayo under 28.5 points and rebounds. So for the season, he is over the line in 27 out of 55 games, averaging 28.5 points and rebounds. However, this game is a back-to-back and it is a very tough matchup. So the Hornets for the season are allowing the third fewest points to his position, and also the third fewest points to spot up. In games where he has a challenging matchup for spot up shooting, he's only over this line in 9 and 18 games, averaging 29.1 points and rebounds. And if you filter in strong defensive matchups for rebounds allowed, he's only over this line in 4 out of 8 games, averaging 26.9 points and rebounds. He has versed the Hornets once this season. He did grab 32 points and rebounds. However, Norman Powell and also Tyler Hero are out. And with Hero back in, that should dip into his scoring potential here today. So Bam Adebayo under 28.5 points and rebounds is another strong lead of mine. Then the Blazers versus Rockets, we've got our first official play here, and it is Kevin Durant for over 24.5 points. So for the season, he's over this line in 33 out of 58 games, averaging 26.2 points. Over his last 21 games, over his last 20 games, he is averaging 26.4 points and is averaging 18.1 field goal attempts. They do leak points to pull up scoring, where they leak the second most amount of points, and also leak points in the mid-range and also in the non-restricted area. So when Kevin Durant is versing teams that allow heaps of pull-up points, he is over this line in 12 out of 20 games, averaging 27 points. He has already versed the Blazers 3 times this season, averaging 32.3 points, and is over this line in all 3 games. So Kevin Durant over 24.5 points is my first official play. Then for our second official play, heading to the Knicks and the Nuggets game, and I'm going with Jamal Murray over 23.5 points. So for the season, he's over this line in 32 out of 58 games, averaging 25.7 points. But a lot of this is dependent on Jokic being in as well. So with games where he's played with Jokic, he's over this line in only 23 out of 46 games, averaging 25.2 points. However, the Knicks allow the 6th most amount of points to pick and roll ball handlers. So when he's had a weak matchup for pick and roll ball handlers, he's over this line in 12 out of 16 games, averaging 29.4 points. He has already versed the Knicks once this season, scoring 39 points from 33 field goal attempts and 14 3-pointers. So Jamal Murray over 23.5 points is my second official play. And then for the final pick for today, it's between the Pelicans and the Suns, and I'm going with good old Zion Williamson for over 19.5 points. So for the season, he's over this line in 34 out of 47 games, averaging 21.6 points. The Suns are without Mark Williams in this game, and that should benefit Zion here a lot. In the last 5 days, the Suns have been giving up a lot more points within 10 feet of the basket. So when Zion has a good game with points in the paints allowed, he is over this line in 11 out of 18 games, averaging 19.7 points. And also when you filter in his expected minutes, due to this game being, looks like it's going to be a very close game, he's over this line in 10 out of 17 games, averaging 19.3 points. He's also versed the Suns twice this season, scoring 20 points and 22 points. And I can see a similar output here, especially with them allowing heaps of free throws where Zion gets to a lot. So that's it for today for my picks and leans. If you're loving the content, smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below your favorite play for today. Until next time, stay safe, good luck with your bets, and I'll catch you in the next video. Laters.